Hello, happy Wednesday, everybody. Hope you're all okay. Hope everybody is well, and you're all enjoying the slightly cooler weather. It's pouring down here at the moment, proper pouring down, which actually is all right. I don't mind. We've had a good few days of sunshine, haven't we? And hopefully, as long as we get some sunshine next week, I'm all good with it. All good with a little bit of rain today. It's all good. Makes it feel a bit fresher, doesn't it? Hi, Holly. You're looking forward to this. Oh, thank you, darling. Oh, yeah. I love a quilt-along. I love seeing all your different fabric choices and seeing my idea come to life in lots and lots of other people's fabrics. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this too as well. So while we wait for everybody to come online, hi Claire, hi Linda, hello my darling, hi Bernice, hello Anne, hello everybody. Just we'll wait for people to come online. We're just going to quickly run through how the quilt-along is going to work. So we're going to do obviously week 1 tonight. I've put the cutting up instructions up. I will try wherever I can put the cutting up instructions up on the Monday or the Tuesday morning of the Wednesday before we do it. Okay, so you get a bit of time to cut out if you want to sew along with me. However, don't worry about sewing along with me if you don't want to. This is your tutorial. You can then carry on and sew at your own pace, okay? And you can come back and rewatch this and rewatch this. I will write a pattern for each week, okay? I will write a pattern for each session. So I have done that for today's session. You probably won't need it, but if you want it, if you want to keep it all, together, then that's absolutely fine. We're just doing digital downloads for ease, okay? And as Jean pointed out yesterday, for the environment, it's better. Let's say hello to some of the people. Oh, hello, Jean, you're there, darling. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Natalie. Hi, Karen. Oh, thank you, darling. Hi, Louise. Hi, Lynn. Sorry about your faux pas. Oh, don't worry. It's absolutely fine. Don't worry. We'll go through. I'll get yours sorted. It's on my list to do. Hi, Jackie. Hi, Leslie. Hi, Angela. Hi, Marilyn. Oh, lots and lots of you coming online. Hi, Margaret. Hi, Penny. Sorry, Penny. Hello, darling. So, hi, Nikki. Oh, you're in Spain. You'll have to catch up when you get home. That's fine, darling. Remember, these stay on our Facebook page and then go on to YouTube afterwards, okay? So you can watch these back at any point. Please excuse me tonight. I am very, very, very snotty. I don't know if it's this little virus thing and everything, which seems to have settled down with me now, but I'm extra snotty, so please excuse the sniffing today. Hi, Maria. Hi, Sue. Hello, everyone. Hi, Eileen. Oh, there's lots of you coming online. So we're going to do this one, and then we're going to do 2 weeks time for the next session, okay? For this one, you're going to have to make 13 blocks. I've started with the easiest block, but this is the block that creates all the fencing in, all the diagonals. It's a simple block, but you've got to create 13. So I'm going to give you 2 weeks for it, okay? All the other blocks, you're only going to have to do 2 of each, okay? So that's a lie. No, the one in a fortnight's time you make 4 blocks of, and then they're 2 blocks per design. So we're going to do fortnight to the next one, and then we're going to do a fortnight to the next one after that, okay, to give you time to get the blocks that have got lots of them, okay, made. And then if we'll go on a majority agreement. If everybody wants to, we can then go maybe weekly to do the ones where there's only like 2, where you've only got to make 2 blocks. All right. So, but we'll play that by ear. I will be guided by you guys on how fast you want me to get on with the next one, etc., etc. There are, I think it's 6 blocks in total, 7 blocks in total. So this one and then 6 others. Okay. They're all 12.5-inch blocks, so they will intermix and everything. They've got different techniques in each one. So there's some applique in there. There's some English paper piecing. There's a little bit of foundation piecing in one, but only a little tiny bit. But we can do it without foundation piecing. I might change it. But what I wanted to do is show you lots of different techniques. If there's one you think, I do not do hand sewing, I have no interest in doing English paper piecing, you can make other of the flower blocks and add that in instead, do it in a different colour or something, okay? So make it your quilt. So so hi Carol, hi Dawn, hi Marion. Hello, my darlings. Sorry, excuse me. I am really bad at the minute. I'm going to have to blow my nose. Sorry, guys. I've actually got MRI next week, so Monday. Is it Monday next week? Might be Tuesday. I can't remember now, but they've got to go back in and sort it out because it's not great. You like EPP, excellent, and it's only just a little bit. Even if from Jonah and I, Jonah Benjamin, go to bed, Mr. Blister. What are you doing? You shouldn't be watching Granny. You should be good in bed. Hi, Shan. Hello, darling. So I think that kind of gives you an overview of what we're going to be doing. Okay, with the Quilt-along, there will always be a pattern that you can download. It's just £1. But you can do it from the tutorial and the quilting instructions if you want to. However, blatant sales technique, buying the pattern does help us as a business. It's only, like I said, it's only £1, but buying the pattern does help, and it kind of pays for my time as well. So if you wanted to, that would be nice. What else was I going to say? Just to remind you as well, guys, the sale started at 9 a.m. this morning. Okay. Lots of you have already found it. A lot of you have already found it. We have been flat out all day, packing, cutting and packing. Don't forget that you can, it is on everything. So it's on things like patterns, okay? Digital downloads, which are only like $2.95. You're going to get 25% off those as well. Okay, the code is WGSS23, Lynn. Poor Lynn put the wrong code in, but we've sorted it, it's fine. WGSS23. So you can use that code on anything. Do you need to stock up on machine needles? You know, things like that you use every day. Do you need basting spray? Do you need, I don't know, interfacing or stitch and tear or freezer paper? Do you need a new ruler? It's not only on the fabric, guys. So remember, there's all that haberdashery there as well, you know, your pins and things like that. Are your pins starting to be a bit, not very sharp and a bit bent? Treat yourself to some new pins. That code can be used on absolutely anything, and it's a really cheap way of stocking up on stuff that, maybe only cost £3 or £4, but you're going to get that 25% off it. And it's only running till 9 a.m. on Friday morning. So you've got like another, 24-ish hours, all right? So you found it, brilliant. Back on track, that's me. Brilliant. Glad you've joined us, Karen. Hi, Grace. Hi, Karen. Hello, my darling. He pointed and tried to give you his apple. Oh, well, he's just too delicious. Tell my little sausage that I'm missing him. He started nursery, so he doesn't come to Granny's during the week anymore. And I'm kind of missing him very much. But never mind. Yeah, pins, you need more of them. Exactly. It's, magic pins are a little expensive. They're brilliant, but 25% off. Think about your haberdashery stuff as well. So don't get me wrong, shop away on fabric. You go for it, guys. As some of you have been, believe you me. And pre-cuts and all that lot. Absolutely go for it. But don't forget, patterns are 25% off. Including tonight's, so it's 75p for the pattern, and stuff like haberdashery pins and things. Right, let's get going, my lads. Let's get over to here and get going. So the block that we're going to be doing is what I'm going to call the fence block, okay? Because this is the bit that's going to alternate with the other blocks, and these really lovely strong diagonals are going to make like the fencing in of the floral blocks that we're going to put between, okay? So it's a very, very simple block. Now, I know Maria asked a question on the cutting out instructions about if you're using scraps or fat quarters up rather than buying meterage. You can absolutely do this if you're doing that, okay? I'm going to go through what you need for the blocks, and then I'll talk you through how you can mess around with it, Red. Is it already on the website? Marilyn, it is, lovely. It's live. So it's not, you need to put, sorry, come back here a second. So there's a code, lovely. Marilyn, yeah, you've already ordered with the code. The pattern is already on the website, absolutely. It's there, I put it on this afternoon. It's the first one in the digital downloads, all fenced in, week 1, okay? Sorry, I thought you were talking about the code for the sale. So, we're going to do this as strip piecing because it's quicker, but if you were using fat quarters, you're just going to cut shorter strips and do more of them, but I'll go through that. So, what you're going to need to start with, you're going to make 13 of them. I've already made all 13 of mine. Okay, I've been a good girl and I did all my homework. So you love that colour I've chosen. Yeah, so I've gone with, I wanted quite a strong colour as my fences. I wanted it to be, you know, quite that, so that diagonal really stood out. This is one of the linen textures, and then the Emily Bell Liberties, which I'm using throughout. In fact, that's kind of what I'm using throughout all of mine, are linen textures, and then these the Liberty Bell, Emily Bell ones. Okay, so I can't remember what number this is. I will find out though if anybody wants to do it this colourway. You can make these bits, which you can see when they go. I don't know if the camera's going to be far enough away, but you're going to get these beautiful strong diagonals through, and there'll be flower blocks in between them. So it's almost like a bit like an Irish chain type feel. So you've got like little fenced in gardens with your flowers in them. I wanted quite a strong colour, and this teal is one of my favourite colours. I'm definitely a teal blue girl, so that's why I went with that one. I didn't want it to be overpowering, which is why I've chosen to do a floral. Is this little, like, what's like another little flower bed, isn't it? Right in the middle. It's like a little pot of flowers on the end of all these diagonals. So you're going to make 13 of them. What you're going to need for all 13 is, from your background fabric, and again this is on the cutting instructions on our page, just scroll back and find it, 2.5 inch strips by width of fabric from your background fabric. Okay, so background fabric 2.5 inch wide right across the width. You're going to need 7 of those. You're then going to need 7 2.5 by width of fabric in whatever colour you've decided you're going to do this bit of the fence in. Okay, it could be that these are going to be different colours. If they are going to be different colours, that's fine, but you need in total 7 2.5 width of fabrics. This just for Maria, because I know you're using fat quarters, lovely. If you're using fat quarters, cut this, like your fat quarter basically is 1/2 metre cut in half, isn't it? So cut from selvage to selvage. What you'll end up with is a 21 inch strip like that, rather than a 42 inch strip. When we make the strip sets, just cut down your background fabrics so that they're the same length, okay? And you'll just end up with like 14 of these instead of 7. Hopefully that makes sense. 13 seems odd. It's because of how it works out, lovely. It does work. It is 13 you need, hun. It's because of, it's an odd number because it goes 3 2 3 2 like that. So but yeah, it is right. So, well, I hope it is. I've counted it enough times. You're making me doubt myself now, Karen. So 2.5 inch strips, 7 of each, background and whatever fabric. You're going to need 13 of your centre square. These are 4.5 inches, whatever you're going to use as your centre. Okay, so like I said, I'm using the Liberty. And then you're going to need 4.5 inch squares in your background fabric, and you need 4 per block, so it's 4 times 13, which is 52, if my maths is correct. 52 4.5 inch squares out of your background fabric. All right, this is a very, very easy block, but this is a really good one. You're going to practice your 1/4 inch, you're going to practice getting your centre points, because we're going to make little 4 patches. It's going to work. Okay, so first things first, we're going to put our 2 strips together, right sides together like that. Okay, all the way down. You can pin if you want. I don't, you know this. And we're just going to stitch them together 1/4 inch all the way down the long edge. Okay, like that. So over we go to the machine. Hopefully I'm over here now, guys. And we are going to stitch down. Okay, so simple sewing, and it's a lot of chain piecing as well. Okay, a lot of chain piecing. So it means that you can just prep it, cut it all, and the 13 blocks will go really, really quickly. Okay, so and off we go. There we go. So I am loving this seam guide on this benin, I have to say. I mean, this is a 1/4 inch foot that I've got on, but it hasn't got. You can buy them with it, but it didn't come with the little blade that's on a normal 1/4 inch foot. But it does come with this seam guide, and you can adjust it to wherever you want. So it means I've got it, I've set it so it's an exact 1/4 inch. And just having that bit to butt up to, as well as my 1/4 inch line here on the table, brilliant. I find my piecing has been like super, super accurate. I've been really, really impressed with it. So nice long seam, very dull to do, and you're going to do this 7 times. So how have you all been? Are you all okay? Have you got your fabrics ready for this? Or are you going to have a little watch and decide afterwards? What colour schemes are you doing it in, guys? You know, are you going scrappy? Are you going to do it in all reds? Are you going to do it in, you know, autumn colours? What are you going to do? Talk to me, my darlings. Tell me what you're doing. Here we go. Okay, and then away we go. All the way down to the end of the seam. Doesn't matter that they're slightly different, you've got plenty of fabric, okay? I think I missed the matching plain and not sure if I got enough background. Dawn, no, I think you bought quite you bought some solids, definitely. It doesn't have to be matching. That's just how I've done mine. You know, just because I've done a blue with a blue and a purple with a purple, it really doesn't need to be like that. That's just how I'm doing mine. I think the colours you picked out were gorgeous, Dawn. I cut your order earlier for you. No, I think the colours you've got are going to be stunning. You will need more background fabric than you've got. I think it's 2.5 metres or 2 metres. I've left my book in the front room, stupidly. But yeah, it's... so I'm sorry. I'm ironing it out towards the darker fabric, okay? So just make sure. But you will need some more background fabric, lovely. But it's the colours you've chosen for the actual blocks are beautiful. I think you'll be fine with those, okay? There we go. Right, so press it out nice and neatly. Really, you know, spend a little bit of time getting that really nice and, you know, pressed out. Make sure there's no buckle or anything in there. What's that, Maria? Your daughter told me my first colours look like Barney the dinosaur. Oh, there's nothing wrong with Barney the dinosaur. Natalie, you need one more fabric, but you have the rest of the fabric all ready to go. You're going for shades of orange. Nice. Carol, you've cut out and made the centre squares dark blue and the little squares turquoise. Ooh, that sounds nice. Yeah, that sounds good. And you know, you say, hope that will be okay. Absolutely. Do you like it? Do you love it? It's no quilt, please remember. If you love it, then that's fine. What you're going to, hopefully, when I measure this now, it should measure 4.5. Get me, and it does as well. 4.5, like that, lovely. Exactly what I want it to. We're now going to chop these up into 2.5-inch strips. All right, so we're going to chop these all up. You will get at least 16 from each one. You basically need, oh, hang on, Carolyn, do the maths for me. What's 8 by 13? Is it 104? Did I get it to 104? Oh, I can't remember what it says so now. Post your blocks when you've made them so we can all see. Oh, yes. Yeah, good shout, Sean. That's a really good shout. Liz, your husband bought you 32 William Morris fat quarters at Christmas. Oh, you're going to use some of that? That sounds beautiful. Oh, yeah, because you could incorporate some of those florals and stuff from the William Morris. Yeah, nice. Nice. Right. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to chop off the end, that salvage, get it all nice and neat. So just using my horizontal line along the seam line, just make it all nice and neat so I've got a nice straight edge. Okay, now if you've got a shape cut, this is perfect opportunity to use it. Okay, so if you've got one, I'm just going to go through. What I'll do is I'll just do one lot with the shape cut and then I'll do the rest with a normal ruler. But if you've got a shape cut, this is a brilliant time to use it because it will make all this cutting super quick. What's that? 104. Thanks, Sean. Oh, I was right with 104. You need 104 of these little strips. Eileen, you're into pink at the moment. That your book's going to be pink Wiltshire shadow you've been saving. Oh, nice. Lovely. I like Wiltshire shadow. It was beautiful, wasn't it? So, shape cut. The joy of this is... I don't know, can you see this? I don't think you can. Let me go up a little bit. Sorry. Having a fixed camera was such a good idea, and then it wasn't. So, what I've done is I've lined one of those horizontal lines along the seam. If you haven't got one of these, ignore this little bit. I'll show you how to do it with the ruler in a minute. And then we're going to go up the 0 just to get a nice straight edge. And then we're going to go up the 2.5, 2.5, and then 5, and then 7.5, 10, 12.5, 15, and then 17.5, like that. Okay, so super quick. You can't go wrong because of how the shape cut works. There you go. There's my first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. 7 done, just like that. If you don't have a shape cut, just use your ruler. Okay, so I'm using my 12.5 inch and pretty much doing like I did with the shape cut. I'm going to put very edge there, so the edge of the ruler. So again, remember that thing about don't move your fabric. If you can do it in multiples and not 2.5, move 2.5 to it like that, it makes life easier. You get more accurate cutting. So I've got a horizontal line running along that seam, and 12.5, which is a multiple of 2.5, right on the very edge. So go up my 12.5. I'm going to move the ruler down to 10, so I'm going to count downwards this time in 2.5s. Make a cut down to 7.5, like that, and then down to 5, like that, and then 2.5. Okay, so if you are using fat quarters, just remember obviously you're just going to have smaller strips. Okay, so there we go, there's the next slot. And if that confuses you, just go slow and steady and do it at your own pace and just go 2.5. There we go. So horizontal line, 2.5 that way, like that, and just cut them individually. All right, whatever suits you best. Okay, you will get 16 out of each strip set. All right, which is why you need 7, because you've got to get your 104 out. Okay, back to chain piecing now. So we're going to make little 4 patches with these. Because you've done that so quickly, you can then pair these up, and you're going to pair them up opposite ways like that. Okay, so you've got your dark colours opposite sides and pair them up. Now this again is a really good time to practice that nesting, practicing getting those points really good, because it's such a simple block. You've got plenty of time to take your time over these and get this right. So I've got my seams going in opposite directions. I can feel that that's kind of locked in. Sort of roll it between your fingers. I know we've talked about this a lot, but you know, it's worth it. Roll it between your fingers, and then I am going to pin these. All right, and I'm going to pin these up. The more you, with something like this, sometimes if you're not really confident in getting your points accurate, go back to pinning. I know I don't, but go back to pinning. Okay, and pin diagonally so that I'm keeping that back flap of seam fabric down too. All right, you're going to need 4 pairs per each block. So next one like that. There we go. Let me just read your comments while I'm doing this. You've ordered some of those plastic folders. Brilliant, they arrived today. I've ordered different ones from you, hoping the quality will be okay. Got a pack of 50 for $11.99. Oh, that's a good buy, Jean. Brilliant. Natty, you think your favourite rule is your Stripology? Be making an appearance in this block. Yeah, it's fantastic. And they are in stock on the website, guys. So remember, they are a little bit expensive. You know, they're not a cheap item to buy, but 25% off. I'm just totally going to do this. Can I see the end quilt, please? You've missed it. Oh, I haven't made the whole quilt yet, lovely. We're doing it all together. We're doing it together. I've made individual blocks to make sure they all work, the mass, but I haven't made the whole quilt yet. I didn't want to have to make 2 quilts, frankly. I'm going to be completely honest. I didn't want to have to do this twice, so I'm making mine along with you. I've done this is the block that we're doing. You need to make 13 of these. This is the fencing in block. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. There is a graphic which I will put up again in Gigglers for you, which gives you an idea of what it looks like. Okay, the whole quilt. I think I'm making too many of these, but yeah, I haven't actually made the whole thing. I know I've got to get rid of this one pin. Can you see how bent that is? I keep picking it up and thinking I can't use that. I've got to get rid of half of my pins in here. They're all bent. Okay, so I'm going to take these over to the sewing machine and we're going to chain piece these. Okay, Bernice, you're going to go with cream background with oranges and yellows, but might change your mind. Oh, that sounds nice. I've missed some comments. Let me see if I can. Oh, I'll go back and I'll answer any questions, guys. There we go. So I'm just going to chain piece them. You need 8 per block. Sorry, 8. You need 8 squares, which is 4 pairs per block. Okay. There we go. There's the first one. I would suggest make 1 block first, and then you can chain piece the rest of it. All right. There's number 2. Oh, come on. Number 3. All the way down, and number 4. I'm not going to do them all because I don't need to make them all because I've already done my 13. So I am going to have some orphan blocks left over. So I could do another quilt, couldn't I, with just one of each in. There we go. Just cut that one off. There we go. I'll take those pins out. And then we're going to go back over to here and just snip these apart. Now, before I iron these, I'm going to do the little 4-patch trick on them. It does help get that centre point spot on. So I know this is really hard for you to see. I'm trying to hold it so you can. There are like 2 or 3 little stitches just here. So this is my stitch line, and just above it in the seam allowance, a couple little stitches. Now I can see them quite easily, but I don't know if you can see them on camera. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull those 2 out with a pin. I'm going to flip it over and pull them out that side. Okay, I'm going to do that on all 4. So I'm just going to move all those out of the way. Whoop. There we go. So we're going to pull those 2 out there. In fact, if you put it under the last one and pull, it comes out really, really easily. It's not going to work. It's not going to destroy the integrity of the seam or anything. Okay, you can do it, and it's not a worry. Lots of pins are bent too. Couldn't find any pins on Sandown, only the Siglin top ones. Have a look on our website, lovely. We've got the 25% off. We've got glass-headed pins on there. We've got the silk pins, which I really like. The silk ones are these white ones that I use a lot. They're really fine. They're white and red-headed. They're glass-headed. Really fine. It means you get a nice accurate piece in. I like those. Have I pulled that one out? Have I already done that one? Can't remember. Oh no, there we go. I really need to put my reading glasses on more often. I might be able to see all these teeny tiny stitches. Pulled that one out. And then there we go. There's the 4th one. But magic pins, I use magic pins a lot. Really, really like magic pins. They are heat resistant, so the iron, they don't melt if the iron goes on them as well. I like them. They stay really sharp. They handle nicely. They're heat resistant. Brilliant. So what we're going to do now is we're going to spin that centre seam. Okay, so we're going to open this out like that, as if we were going to iron it. But because I've pulled out those couple of little stitches, I know I've shown you this lots before, you get that teeny tiny little 4 patch right in the centre there. Can you see? You've got another little 4 patch. And what that does is stops all that bulk in the centre, which allows, and it basically spins the fabric round the centre. It spins all those fabrics so they all lie over each other. And you get really, really... Can I just boast about that one? Look at that one. That's spot on, that is. Love that. That makes me happy. Makes me really happy when they're spot on. There we go. Okay, so just spin them by taking out those couple of little stitches. When you open it up, push one way, one the other, like that. So you can see that tiny matching little 4 patch on the back. Like that. And it really does help with the bulk. It means everything lies flatter. Okay, so these little 4 patches hopefully now should measure 4.5 inches. All right, that's going to measure 4.5 inches now. And we're going to make the block, and it is super simple. We're nearly done, which is why I wanted to get this one done first, so that, because you've got 13 of them to make, you can get these out of the way. We're going to lay them in the corners. Now, can you see that these are the wrong way? What you want to do is make sure they're all facing in to the centre. So you're going to spin this one. This one is already right to the centre. You see this is now coming into the centre. This one's okay, it's going into the centre, but this one isn't. So I need to turn that one so that, oh, hang on, let me just repress that one. I caught that one as I pressed it. Like that. That's the one thing where you might trip up on this block, because it's incredibly easy apart from this, but just really think about it as you're laying each block out, that those darker colours, whatever you've chosen for this, is heading to the centre. Nice one in the centre, like that. So whichever you've chosen for your centre fabric, and then you've got your 4.5s, which are going to go 1, 2, 3 and 4, like that. All right, and then it just becomes a 9 patch. So we're going to sew this one to this one to this one, that one to that one, that one to that one, and then sew it all together. I would suggest as well doing it in rows like that, because it's very easy to put that one on and then get to the machine and think, which way round, and then suddenly it goes on the wrong way and your diagonal lines aren't going to work. All right, so do them in the rows. So I'm going to stitch that one to that one. I'm going to take that one with me to the machine the way that it's supposed to be, and lie it over there. So I'm going to put that onto there like that, and we're going to stitch down 1/4 inch. Right, so let me have a little look. Will these videos be available on YouTube? Yes, Karen, they will. Absolutely, hun. Yeah, these are super quick blocks, these ones, which is, like I said, because we've got to make so many of them, I wanted to do these ones first. Because they're quick with, because we're using strip piecing. If you are doing all of, I've just, damn it, I caught the thread. I've come unthreaded. Hang on. Yes, I've come unthreaded. Damn. 2 seconds, guys. Just going to rethread it. I'll talk while I am. Because these are quick blocks and the other blocks have got different techniques, I was like, right, okay, let's get this one done. But because they're quick, they might be a bit boring. Oh, I can't thread my machine. I haven't got my glasses with me. Hang on. No. Right. Don't wash my fingers while I'm doing this, all right? You're going to have to listen to me talk over here a second, because I can't get it done. There we go, Dolly. Has got a needle threader on it, but I haven't worked it out properly yet. I really haven't worked it out properly. And I keep thinking I must go back and work that out. Yeah, Sean's just saying she normally loads them at the weekend, so they will be there, lovelies. So, right, hang on. Now I've got to remember which way I'm doing that. That one to there. There we go. Yeah, I'm off next week. I'm off all week. And I'm very excited about it. And my husband's going to go fishing for a couple of days. So I'm going to have some sewing days. I'm going to get some sewing done for me for a change. I've got a couple of things that I want to get finished and done. One of my plans is to fully read the manual of this beautiful, beautiful machine and get my head around some of the things I still don't understand. Because I still don't understand some of it. There we go. So I'm putting that one on, making sure that it was on the right way round. I was a good girl. I did clean her out on was it Sunday? Or Monday? Monday. I did loads of sewing on Monday. I did clean her all out, and I oiled her, because binning is like oiling apparently. So I did do all that on Monday, but there's still so many features I haven't got my head around. You can also watch it again on Facebook. Absolutely you can. You don't have to wait for YouTube. All of our videos stay on our Facebook page. We never delete them. Even the ones where they've gone horribly, horribly wrong. We don't delete them. They're there for you all to see. So, yeah, they're always on our Facebook page. So you can absolutely watch them again on Facebook. But we also upload them to YouTube for those people who don't have Facebook. Or maybe, maybe Instagram users only. Is the fabric guide magnetic? No, it's not. There's a little screw just here. I don't know if you can see, just there. But because it's got a gap there, you can slide it. So if I'm like dressmaking, I want a 5/8 of an inch, I can just move it backwards and have the 5/8 guide. I have seen the magnetic ones, and they do seem really good. I've also seen the little foam ones as well. One of the ladies who comes into the shop occasionally, Kath, she's got like little foam ones that sit on there too. Right, so I've got the heel on the foot pedal. You can press down with your heel, and it cuts the fabric for you. You can program it to do what you want, and I've programmed it to cut the fabric, but I keep accidentally doing it the wrong way. I keep pressing downwards on my heel, And so the other way. It's getting used to a new machine, isn't it? You know, I've only had her a couple of weeks and we've been away quite a lot, so I haven't had a lot of time to massively play with her. I will get used to her. I will get used to her. I'm totally in love with it. There we go. And then last one, so cut that one. There we go. And what have I done? I've caught, I think when I caught that thread, I've messed something, so I think there's a bit of thread caught somewhere. Because she's playing up now. Why are you playing up? This is the first time you've ever played up. Oh, no, it's not. I've got that. I have got an extra thread caught in the seam. There we go. Oh, that's a right old mess. Never mind. Never mind. It'll be fine. There we go. That one's going to go on there like that. There we go, like that. And then away we go again. Yes, on our page, just look back to the videos tab. Yes, absolutely you can. So as Sean said, all the videos stay on the Facebook page, and you can watch anything back, you know, the riotous ones as well as the ones that actually might be useful. There we go. Okie doke. Right, so let's go back over here. We're nearly done. Where am I? Over this side. Okay, so with this one, my guide was in my head that if I always ironed towards the background fabric, it all nested properly. So I'm going to press that one out that way towards the background fabric, and then that way towards the background. And there's my top row. Like I said, super, super simple block, but you've got to make a lot of them. And then that one's going like that, and that one's going to go out that way towards the background fabric. Like that, and then again this one's going to go inwards towards the background. So everybody understand what we were doing. Really simple block to start with. This is nice and easy. This is just to test the waters, get you going with it. Okay, so that's going to go on like that. Okay, so I can nest those seams nicely now. It would have been if I'd have pressed that properly. There we go, so that one goes in there like that. Nest that seam up lovely. Grab a pin. I've been being a good girl and actually using pins for a change to get this right. There we go. Put one in there, and I'm going to stitch down that long one, and then we're going to put the bottom one on. Okay. What else was I going to tell you? There was something else I had to tell you. I forgot what it is now. Oh, what is it? I only said to Sarah earlier. Oh, I must remember to tell them that. Obviously, I told you about the sale. The jelly rolls are now working. They were unfortunately hidden. They weren't on a holiday on Sandown Racecourse. They are now on the website. Something else I was going to tell you guys. The lovely, lovely Claire came to see us as well. She went to a concert in Cardiff and came to see us in the shop as well, which is lovely. Doesn't seem too hard to make this block. Oh no, not at all. This is an easy block, real beginner's block, this one. It's all about your colour placement basically. I'm not going to iron that one out now. I'm just going to go straight into the other side for now, okay? There we go. Making sure that they're all lined up still. Yeah, this one is all about colour placement and getting those strong diagonals. We will get into the more complicated, not that any of them are particularly complicated. Nothing's overly complicated. None of you can't handle. What's measurement of the completed block? Yeah, it's 12.5 inch unfinished. They're all that size, so that they are interchangeable, love. Okay. There we go. So yeah, 12 inch finished, 12.5 unfinished. There we go. There we go. Just make sure that that's all nice and flat. Same with that one. And then that's just moved a weeny bit. Just line that back up again. Here we go. And the block's done. So, super simple. That was me yabbering on, wasn't it? Lots and lots. Once you've done all, doing the 13, it really won't take you very long at all. Let me just iron these out. So then I want to iron these towards the background again, away from this, because again you've got less bulk. So if I just turn that one, ooh, and carefully I press that one out. There we go. Oh, I know what I was going to tell you. I've remembered. So Festive Quilts, for those of you who are coming, we will be doing some demos on the Moda stand. We're going to have demos on our own stand. You know, between me and Sarah, we're going to be doing some different little demos, but I'm also going to be demoing on the Moda stand as well. And if you visit if you are visiting Festive Quilts and you visit the Moda stand while I'm demoing, there will be like little offers and stuff as well, which you can then get from our stand. So, yeah, I know festivals, like, mind you, I say it's a while away. It's not. It's 6 weeks away. It's not far at all. There we go, lovely. So there's your block completed. All right, super simple. The only thing you've got to really remember is getting these facing the right way. Get them going in towards that center. All right, and it is very easy to accidentally do that and get them going the wrong way. Okay, but you will lose those beautiful diagonals, which when all of them go together is kind of the point of the quilt. All right, it's those big diagonals. So really nice and easy. Okay, right, what was I going to do? So you're going to make 13 of them. All right, I've now got 14, but like I said, I'm going to I'll use all these simple blocks, you know, the blocks that I do for tutorials. I'll put them together as like a lap quilt, or for Linus or something, like, you know, Project Linus or Quilts for Care Leavers. Hi, we're back over here. So really nice and easy. Has anybody got any questions? If anybody want me to go over anything, how this is going to work before I disappear? If you buy Jelly Roll, might be one of the ones, it might be one of the ones that escaped and was recaught. It would make a quilt very special. It would. Yeah, I mean, taming a feral jelly roll is, you know, it's hard work. You've got to be a jelly roll whisperer for it to happen, but it's fine. We rounded them all up. We've taught them a lesson. They're back on the shelves behaving themselves. Eileen, going to festival the first 2 days. Ah, amazing. We'll see you then, darling. Sorry, excuse me, girls. I just need to wipe. We'll see you then, darling. Eileen, I need to check a date with you as well, lovely. The date that you're coming into the shop. I'm definitely available, but I can't remember if you're coming on the Saturday or the Sunday. So I will drop you a message in a moment, okay, hun? We'll just organise that date for you to come in and use Daphne. So yeah, that's about it. For anybody got any questions? That's what you think. You mean I haven't tamed them? They're not behaving themselves. Damn it. maybe they're having a party over in the shop now. They're like, let's break, like the Great Escape. They're like dropping threads all over the floor, trying to tunnel their way out. Oh, you're very welcome. You don't know what the jelly rolls get up to when you're in the shop. I know. This is going to become a whole thing, isn't it? Feral jelly rolls. I can feel it. Right. So this is block number 1. All right. Make 13 of them if you're joining in. And then put them nicely aside in a lovely little project wallet. And then we will be back. We'll be doing, well, obviously we're back doing another 1 o'clock, but the next one will be 2 weeks today. Okay, so you've got 2 weeks to get your blocks done. Loads of time, because they are a quick block. All right, so 2 weeks done. You think you're going to cut the others after I've watched? Yeah, I would, lovely. I wouldn't cut. I wouldn't cut. Cuts what? Yeah, I'll put the cutting instructions up. But if you're at all worried, wait until you've seen the block and then cut afterwards, because you're going to have time to make them. Okay, so there needs to be a feral jelly roll block. I'm gonna design a jelly roll quilt. I'm gonna call it feral. That's it. Oh, thank you. Yeah, hopefully it'll be interesting, because there are lots of different techniques. Like I said, this first one, incredibly simple. Nothing that none of you haven't done before. Really easy piecing. But I just want to get this one out of the way, because there's so many, you know, there's so many, you need to make so many of them. So we'll get on to slightly more, you know, not challenge, they're not more complicated, because nothing's complicated. Different techniques, okay, as we go through the block. So the next one is 2 weeks today. All right, 7 o'clock. I'll do it in the evening again, my darlings. So I think that's it. I'm just rabbiting now. I'm going to go and get some food, and I won't see you tomorrow. Sarah will see you tomorrow. She's going to be making the Ignore Me basket, which will become apparent why it's named that tomorrow. And you forgot. Oh, don't worry, May. You can watch back. Remember, it stays on here. And then, I won't see you for ages and ages, because I'm on holiday then from Saturday. So we'll do a What's in the Box on Friday. I'll see you Friday. But then, I'm on holiday then. So how big is the finished quilt? I can't remember off the top of my head, hun. I will put all of this into Gigglers, okay? I will re-put the fabric requirements and I'll answer all these questions in Gigglers, lovely. Okay, I can't remember off the top of my head. It's 5 by that, but then we're going to put a border on it as well, and I can't remember off the top of my head. I write a lot of patterns. This not always in there. Not always. Sometimes it is. Not always it isn't. I have my books in the other room. I forgot to bring it in with me. I will let you know, okay? Right, my lovely. Going to see what the Sewing Bee has in for today. Oh, yeah, Sewing Bee tonight, isn't it? Oh, I forgot, because we missed it last week. I had to watch it when we came home because we were in Sandown. So, I get to watch Sewing Bee tonight, which will be nice. I'll probably see you Friday. We're going to do What's in the Box, but then see Sarah tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Yeah, back to 1. So take care, my darlings. Have a lovely evening. Hopefully you will sleep well, and we'll speak to you soon. Bye.